It's no secret that free speech is under threat on college and high school campuses across our country. That's something I know from firsthand experience. But here's something else I know. Campus administrators are fully capable of protecting free speech. They just need to be willing to do the right thing. My name is Kristan Hawkins. As president of Students for Life of America, I've had the privilege of speaking at hundreds of college and university campuses over the past 2 decades. 2 speaking engagements at Virginia Commonwealth University in the spring of 2023 provide a clear case study for colleges nationwide on how to protect free speech. Let's start with the first, which ended with Students for Life staff members, 2 private security guards, the leader of our campus chapter, and I locked in a lecture hall for our own safety while an angry, violent mob of protesters pounded at the door and hurled obscenities and threats for nearly 2 hours. The Students for Life chapter had invited me to speak at an event called Lies Pro-Choicers Believe. We hoped this would be a peaceful, though yes, spirited discussion on abortion. Monitoring social media ahead of time, however, we became concerned that protesters might try to enforce the heckler's veto and shut down our event. In case you're unfamiliar with the term, a heckler's veto takes place when, rather than engaging with ideas they disagree with, activists try to drown out a speaker or intimidate them into silence. That had happened at prior Students for Life events at VCU, where campus police had to be called in to control the unruly crowd that had gathered to protest the peaceful event. We didn't want that to happen this time, so we reached out to administrators in advance. In response, the university claimed that the protesters were not a reasonable security threat and provided us with no protection. It didn't take long to realize that we had made the right call. Before the event even began, a mob began to form and block the doors to the event. Many in the crowd identified themselves as Antifa, and as the doors opened, protesters quickly filled the room, shouting down the pro-life students who had gathered as fascists and Nazis. The mob hurled obscenities our way in an endless loop, hoping to drown out our message and intimidate us into silence. We called campus police, but they were completely ineffective. Almost immediately, the protesters turned violent, shoving and assaulting Students for Life members, including the group's student leader and a staff member filming the event. EMTs were even called to the scene as multiple students were injured. When campus police arrived, they initially did not even enter the room, and when they did, they refused to protect our students who were being assaulted and silenced. They refused to enforce university policy. They refused to enforce Virginia state law. Instead, they asked me to leave. I declined the offer. What was happening to our students was wrong, and we weren't about to be chased out of the room that had been reserved for our event. In the end, the mob won, all because VCU failed to take minimal steps to protect free speech. But I wanted to go back to let women know that they have options and that we are here to help. I also wanted to send a message to administrators across the country that we won't be bullied into silence. So, with the help of Alliance Defending Freedom, we sent a letter to VCU, calling on administrators to acknowledge their mistake and make meaningful changes to protect free speech. They did, and less than a month later, we held a makeup event. This time, VCU did the right thing. About 40 protesters showed up, but police quickly responded and arrested 4 disruptors, prompting the rest to disband and allowing the event to proceed smoothly. This isn't rocket science. It only took a few arrests for VCU to protect free speech. Once quieted, the mob left, figuring they had better things to do. VCU learned an important lesson, and it's one that other colleges and universities should learn from too. Find more videos like this at adflegal.org/freedom-matters. While you're here, like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an episode.